tech-related career. As it is today, especially in not only in Nigeria, it's happening all around the world. It's like the digital space is becoming the new gold rush, as many people are transitioning from what they studied, what they learned, or what they have been previously doing. I've had cases of medical doctors, people from all walks of life transitioning into the tech space. So obviously, it will be people that are looking to upskill their digital knowledge, or those that are transitioning to a tech-related career. So these are the most important customers I believe be suitable for the organization. Okay. So which other segment should I go to? Should I start from?
No,
Should I
all of
continue?
them. From do customer segments, value proposition, channels, customer relationship, revenue streams, key partners, key activities, key resources, then cost structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Value proposition. There are two classes involved. We have for trainers and we have for trainees. For trainers, it's all about providing trainings on digital skills and promoting mentor-mentee relationship. While for trainees, it's all about following digital literacy programs online. And the customers that the organization is looking to satisfy, it's providing digital learning programs and courses that learners can follow online from the comfort of their home. Since it is totally going to be 100% online training program, so it's all about getting learners engaged through a digital learning platform, irrespective of where they are. All they just need is an internet connection and get the services they require. Customer relationship, most importantly to me, I think it's all about a mentor-mentee relationship. Having a mentor guiding learners to become valuable service providers, depending on the tech or depending on the digital sector they find themselves in. Then how can you integrate that into your business in terms of cost and format? Yes, this can be done by offering paid training programs via an e-learning platform. In summary, it is a subscription-based training program. The activities that learners will be involved with, or the organization will be involved with, is developing partnerships. These are partnerships that could be developed with both the private and public sector, government organizations, and small and medium scale enterprises. It's all about establishing a mentor-mentee relationship. I'm repeating it here again because it's very fundamental to boosting learning, especially when it comes to digital training and so on. What activities are important the most? Content creation and distribution. Uptrust will be focused on creating content and distributing it for learners to follow. Such content could include videos and also include documents in PDF format or Word format, which learners can use to boost learning and be able to have a first-hand knowledge of what they are getting themselves involved with. The channels of training will include online, e-learning. E-learning and online are basically the same thing. Social media, then on-prem, on-sites. I think I made a mistake there. Everything is 100% virtual. So there is no on-prem on-site learning channels. Everything is going to be online. So learning is going to take place via social media such as Teams and other social media platforms, even WhatsApp if possible. Then e-learning activities. E-learning activities can also be e-learning channels and online channels are also important. Which channels work best? Social media, just as we are involved with using Teams. Teams is a social media platform that has proven to be very efficient in learning with Uptrust. Then key resources. Key resources include staff. These are workers or trainers that will be providing services, teaching services through which learners can benefit from. Learners are also part of the key resources, because without them, there will be basically no customer for Uptrust, because these are the people that will be on the receiving end for the services being provided by Uptrust. Learning content can also be a key resource for the organization. Technology and social media. Technology plays an important role. Gadgets like laptops, phones, which are proven to be very helpful in creating an enabling environment for virtual learning to take place, virtual teaching to take place. Technology plays a very important role, and it contributes as a very important resources for learning. Social media also, the platform which is being used to transmit lectures, to transmit learning materials, and to get feedback from learners is also an important resource. What resources are important the most? Well, I chose learners because there could be staff, there could be everything, but without learners, then Uptrust is not yet a business, because it's providing a service for people to benefit from, and learners are those on the receiving end. So I see learners as the most important resource. While other resources play very crucial roles, learners who are also paying for services that Uptrust grants are the most important of all. Key partners. Key partners include NGOs, governments, charity agencies, private organizations. Yes, governments could include public organizations too. Private organizations like financial institutions, like digital service providers, and so on and so forth. Charity organizations, the likes of the likes of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for example, and so on. These are organizations trying to provide services to a group of people, maybe youths, girls, teenagers. They can seek the services of Uptrust to be able to provide enlightenment services in the digital space, so that these young ones, or whoever they are pushing forward, can gain awareness on what the organization has to offer. Governments also, state government, local government, federal government are also great partners that can partner with Uptrust to see how such services can be effective in helping workers, public servants, public servants gain awareness too. NGOs, non-governmental organizations such as churches, religious organizations, and so on and so forth, can also be a crucial partner with Uptrust. What are the motivations for the partnership? Well, motivations for partnership vary. It could be to make better products, render improved services, and reach a greater audience. It could also involve increasing the list of knowledge, expertise, and resources available. Also, another motivation could involve creating an opportunity for growth and improved learning. So, revenue streams. Customers are willing to pay for quality online digital training services. As it is today, services that are good enough to create improved knowledge on various digital activities. Customers are willing to pay so as to be able to gain awareness, so as to be able to get the requisite knowledge they need to thrive in that space. Also, what and how do they recently? Well, Uptrust adopts a subscription-based pricing model. That is how which is expected to last for 3 months. While learning is expected to last for 3 months, learners are expected to pay based on subscription, depending on the course they choose or depending on the program they follow. Then, how much does every revenue stream contribute to the overall revenues? Well, I have no idea because I'm not a staff of Uptrust. Then the cost structure. What are the most costs in the business? These are factors that makes Uptrust spend money. They include power, that's electricity supply, internet, human resources, and equipment. Equipment, as earlier mentioned, could include cameras, computer gadgets, phones, and so on. Then human resources, obviously, staff should have to be paid. Employees to be paid. That is referring to the tutors themselves and those working at the back end or at the IT crew, and all these employees have to be paid. Then there have to be subscription for internet services depending on their choice of the career. Depending on their career choice, internet services will require money. Then power, electricity. In case of a power outage, there should be backup, maybe generator, and all these things will require costs for running costs, maintenance costs, and so on. Then which key resources activities are most expensive? Well, for me, human resources is the most expensive of all key resources, of all costs that the business is going to incur, because this has to do with, if not weekly, maybe monthly payment of employees and teaching staff. So far so good. This is just a brief presentation of my business model for Uptrust.
Oh, well, it's more than brief because you've taken almost 20 minutes, so it's more than brief.
Cool.
Okay, no problem. I'm glad you're able to do something. And regarding the business model, I'll say there are some things you did well and there are some things you did not do well. But let me just give you a general feedback and correction on your work so that you can you know what to do better, right? So first of all, when you talk about a business model is basically you trying to help a company improve their business. right? Business, most importantly, in terms of how they can either acquire more customer and make more revenue, right? And also with helping them to understand and realize how costing would go, how the business will become much more efficient. That's why we look at the 9 pillars that are important for every business, right? For every business, no, leave your screen on. For every business, customer is important. For every business, their relationship with their customer is important. For every business, their distribution channel is important. Sorry, give me a minute. Let me put on my headset so I can eliminate some background noise. Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So for every business, customer relationship, distribution channel is important. For every business, your value proposition, customers pay for your value proposition. And that is as critical as any other thing. For every business, key activities, partnership, resources, cost structure, revenue stream, they are all important. And that is why we use the business model canvas. Businesses today, companies like McKinsey, PwC, Deloitte, when they say they are trying to improve businesses, or when they are trying to consult for top companies like Shell, they use tools such as this business model canvas to help Shell, to help Barclays, to help First Bank, all of those big top companies to understand what business model to leverage on. Even companies internally, when they want to ship a new product, a new solution, they look for what business model should this product run on. And that shows you how important business model is in businesses, in the organization, in the corporate world. Now, coming back to your work, right? When I ask people to look for a customer segment, first feedback I want to give you about your work is that your work is not focused in one direction, right? The business model you are proposing for Uptrust is not focused in one direction. There's a lot of noise around the focus of your work. What do I mean? Now, you say your customer segment are students, employees and organizations, IT professionals, and also you now come down to your value proposition, and you're talking about value proposition for trainers, talking about value proposition for trainees. Trainers are not your customer segments, or trainers are not customer segments for Uptrust. So why should Uptrust offer them a value proposition? Are you getting my point now? Trainers are not customer segments for Uptrust. Rather, trainers will come as partners for Uptrust and not customers. They will basically come as partners for Uptrust, because Uptrust will most likely pay them for their service. But Uptrust is not going to pay trainees for taking a training with Uptrust. So you need to understand the underlying components of business model canvas, right? Your customer segment speaks to that, and that's why it's called customer segment, not just audience, right? You're not just talking about audience or this, you're talking about customers. If you believe you have different customers, what segment do they fall into? You did a good thing to mention students, right? But students, are they the target audience for Uptrust? Because Uptrust offers professional training, workplace training. Students are in school and they are not. If you take somebody now who maybe doing this ASU strike and you tell them to come and enroll for Uptrust, and you finish teaching them business analysis, or you finish teaching them product management, or you finish teaching them product design, and then after teaching them, ASU calls off the strike and they go back to school, they're not going to make use of the knowledge they've learned in the course of the training. So basically, the time you spend teaching them or the time they spend in enrolling and taking a course is a waste for them, because it might take them another 2-3 years before they graduate. If you do that graduating next year, to take them an additional 1 year to do their NYSC before they even think about, before they even consider getting a job. Except maybe you're talking about students in the diaspora who are doing their MSc and they could have a part-time job they could be working on and all of that. Then you can consider them as a customer segment or a customer for Uptrust. So you need to be very much articulate. If you say students, you critique that particular statement. As students, if students are customer segments for Uptrust, what value will Uptrust offer that segment? So that is where your cost value proposition comes in. For your customer segment, each customer segment must have a value proposition specific to them. So you mention your customer segments to be students, employees, and organizations, IT professionals. IT professionals could also be employees. So you are basically repeating kind of you are repeating a particular customer segment again. So for me, I think the two most important customer segments for Uptrust are: one, people who are looking to transit into tech. They are the number one priority customer segment for Uptrust. Professionals looking to transit into tech. And then two, fresh graduates who are looking to start work. Do you understand? One, people who are looking to transit into tech, professionals are actually looking to transit to tech. Two, fresh graduates. So they are graduates already, they're not students, they're fresh graduates who wants to get into the job market. They're another customer segment. Then the third customer segment we can consider are IT professionals looking to upskill. IT professionals looking to get upskilled. They are the third customer segment. Are you getting me now? Now, for these three customer segments, what value proposition would Uptrust offer these three customer segments? I'm recording this session so you guys can go back and look at it, right? So that you're still going to make presentation of your own parts. I'll see what you did, right? So for these three customer segments, what value proposition would Uptrust offer these three customer segments? Starting with professionals hoping to transit into tech. It offers them mentorship and curated trainings, right? Offers them mentorship, curated trainings, affordable trainings, offers them practical hands-on training, offers them life training, right? For fresh graduates, what kind of value are we offering fresh graduates? You know that fresh graduates don't even know how the job market works, right? So we are offering them one-on-one mentorship, hand-holding, one-on-one mentorship. We are offering them interview prep. For a professional might know how to, go through his ways or her way in an interview. All the person just needs to understand the career path and what to say. But for a fresh graduate, most likely that person have not been in an interview before. So interview guide, interview preparation, CV guide are some of the value proposition for fresh graduates. Another one is one-on-one live training. The training being affordable. There are people on Sunday, someone called me, right? A friend called me, and the guy wants to transit into tech, but he wants to do something related to data science and software development. And he called me, he said that there's a company in Nigeria that he is trying to enroll to train with, that the company is charging, I think 3 million naira. Yeah, 3 million naira for a 9 months training in software development. 3 million naira. And the truth is that there are over 3,000 people that have applied. That's to show you how training is, how IT training is in demand and how expensive it is. 3 million naira for 9 months to get training. He said another one is charging 2.5 million naira for training in software development, or probably if you want to do data science. So Uptrust is offering affordable training to most of these courses. Affordable training to most of these courses. And that is part of the value proposition to students. A fresh graduate today cannot afford to pay 3 million naira or 2.5 million naira to take a training, but they can try to see how to raise 150,000 or 200,000 to take a training with Uptrust. So affordable training is a value proposition for them. Now, for IT professionals looking to upskill, what value proposition would Uptrust offer them? Uptrust offers them a project-based learning. Uptrust offers them a community-based learning. These are some of the value proposition. I'll allow you guys to also figure out some other value proposition for the three different customer segments, right? Now, for customer relationship, how would Uptrust relate with their customers? You got that right. Mentor-mentee relationship. Perfect. That is one way Uptrust will relate with their customers. Mentor-mentee relationship. Another one is through social media platforms. So now let me mention Microsoft Teams, the platform you are using to learn today, is not a social media platform. Do you understand? It's not a social media platform. It is a learning and conferencing, a learning and conferencing platform, or you can call it a productivity tool. It's not a social media platform. Okay. So social media is another way Uptrust can maintain customer relationship. Mentor-mentee relationship, social media. Another one is community. Building a community of learners. That's another way Uptrust can maintain customer relationship. Right? Now, channels of delivery. How would Uptrust deliver their products or their service? Basically through online training. Nothing else, nothing more. Until we decide to have physical meetups, then physical meetups could be part of the trainings we are considering. So online training is a channel of delivery. Now, what are the revenue streams for Uptrust? Which means revenue streams we'll now talk about from your value proposition. What are the things that customer be willing to pay for? Or what will make up your charges from your value proposition? So you are charging customers for the project-based learning. You're charging customers for the mentorship program. You're charging customers for the content of learning content. And you're charging customers for the time of training. So 4 things. Projects, right? Charging for mentorship, charging for content of training, and charging for time for training. Right? All of these 4 charges will make up what we call cost of training or training fee. So we can charge a training fee. You could put any value there because you are trying to look for ways Uptrust is going to make money. Remember, we have things that will cost Uptrust. There are cost structures for Uptrust. So revenue should be able to cancel out the costs and still be in a positive angle, right? So if you say training fee should be 200,000 naira. So revenue streams, training fee. Then you say training fee will be a cumulative of this thing, mentorship fee, project fee, course content fee, and instruction time fee, right? Those 4 things to make up the training fee to become 200,000 or maybe 150,000. So you justified why training fee should be that amount. You can also propose another revenue stream to be subscription-based model. Subscription-based model whereby customers can go online, subscribe to Uptrust training, and begin to take those training as fast as possible. That means for that kind of situation or scenarios, you can now have what we call a self-based value proposition. A self-based value proposition for the customer, right? Now, another model, another thing we will now consider in our business model canvas is our key partners. Who are our key partners? Who are we partnering with, right? So you said private organization. Why are we partnering with private organization? Why are we partnering with charity agencies? Why are we partnering with government and NGOs? Why? Why should a training house like Uptrust partner with this, right? So you need to justify why we are partnering with them. Are we partnering with government organizations because we want to train government staff, or want to get we want government to perform some sort of services to us? Now, your partners are basically people that will help to provide services that you as a business may not be able to cater with at the moment. Do you understand? So what service would NGOs provide to you, or probably people that can help you to reach your target customers faster? So if in your customer segmentation, you say that we are going to, part of our customers segment are organizations, then what do you call it? If they're going to be part of your customer segmentation, then private organizations will be part of your partners, because you want to partner with them in order for you to be able to get more of their employees to train. But the question there is, what value will private organizations offer to you? If you look at the cost of partnership with private organization, the cost of partnership with NGO, the cost of partnership, because NGOs and charity agencies are the same, the cost of partnership with government, if you compare those costs, with that cost of partnership, will it be worth the revenue that you are going to get from that partnership? That is another thing. For instance, if Uptrust chooses to just do a marketing campaign, right? Marketing campaign on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, to market our training, right? The cost we're going to use to market in order to get people to enroll for our program, is that cost higher or lesser than the cost is going to cost us, the cost that we are going to incur in pursuing government for a contract, in trying to acquire a private we just want private organization as a contract to go to partner with an NGO which is not for profit, to train them, because if you're training them, you're not charging them for training, you're training them for free. So we have to consider all of that and say, okay, which should be our actual partners and why should we partner with them? Do you understand? So we could be partnering with trainers. We partner with trainers because Uptrust may not have the capability, right? We could say, okay, we want to partner with a training institution, or probably let's partner with government, or let's partner with private organizations. We say, okay, let's retreat our partnership with private organizations that will provide us access to a pool of professionals, a pool of customers that will be relevant to our value proposition, right? You can also say, let's partner with Sorry, please give me a moment. So we can also say, sorry, we can also say let us partner with we can say part of our partnership are let's say conferencing tools or conferencing services such as Zoom or Microsoft Teams, because Uptrust don't have an e-learning platform yet. So we might want to partner with platforms whereby we can offer our trainings effectively and efficiently. So conferencing tools or web training tools or platforms like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, they could be part of our partnership. Right? Now, key activities. Key activities basically talks about what Uptrust should be doing in order for us to meet up with our value proposition. What we should be doing is part of our key activities should be training. That is our number one key activities, training. Number two key activities is mentorship. Our key activities, mentorship. Number three key activities is content building, developing content development. That's part of our key activities as well. So training, mentorship, content development are part of our key activities because these are core to us to ensure that we meet with our value proposition. And number four key activity is project preparation or project planning. So these are like our key activities, things we need to be focused on. They are our key activities, right? Now, our key resources are things that we have that we are going to use to deliver our trainings. Example, our trainers, they are our key resources. Another key resources that we have is our content. Our content are our key resources. Another key resources that we could have that we can use to deliver our services, right, is our devices, our learning devices like our laptops, right? So key resources are basically things, resources or assets that the company has that is going to help them to deliver their key activities efficiently. So for training, you need trainers to deliver it efficiently. Right? For mentorship, we need mentors. They're also part of our key resources. Now, for cost structures now looks at partnership, activities, and resources. What are the costs involved? For partnership, we could say cost of partnership. If at all we are partnering with a private organization. So you can call it cost of acquisition, cost of partnership acquisition. Another cost in Israel is another cost structure is marketing costs, because we need to market to create awareness for our products and services so customers can enroll. Marketing cost. Another costing that we can also look at is cost of content development. Another costing is cost of subscription for conferencing platforms. That is another costing we can look at, right? So there are different costs. Another cost we can look at is cost of trainer payment, I mean, paying for trainers, which is the cost of training. Do you understand? So these are basically how you look at a business model for any organization and for Uptrust in perspective here. So I would like you to go back and listen to what we just discussed, what I've just mentioned in terms of what should be the right thing, and then redo your work to meet up with this, right? So hope you got everything clearly, Izana and Nusirat.
Yes, it's clear now, sir.
How about you, Nusirat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Nusira, have you done your user persona and business model canvas?
Yes.
Okay, so I would like you to show me your, okay, don't need to show me your business model canvas again, since I've already given feedback on that. You just leverage on that feedback, okay? So I would like you to walk me through your user persona, then I can give feedback generally, so both of you can take the feedback, and if there's anything you did not do well, both of you can work on it together for your own separate work. So you can share your screen, Sirat. Nusira, can you hear me? Your mic is mute.
Sorry, I can hear you. I'm trying to share my screen.
All right.
Sorry, excuse me. I didn't get it. But I sent it to your WhatsApp. I don't know if you can help me share it. Hello? That Genesis.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said? I don't hear you well.
I said I was not able to share it. I don't know. I'm using my phone. But I don't know. I sent it to your WhatsApp. If you can help me share it.
I just went away from my laptop. Okay. Izana, can you share your own? Can you send it to Izana on Teams? Let him share.
I
On
can
Teams.
assist her. I think I can share hers from here. If she uploaded it in a folder, I can get it from here.
I did. I uploaded it.
Okay, I'll share it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sharing now.
You said I shouldn't do the business model again. It's the user persona. He asked me to open.
Okay. This is right?
Yes.
Okay, you can go ahead, Nusira.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is my user persona. I picked. Okay, I went ahead to talk about the kind of person she is. She's a 22-year-old student, almost graduating, and she's a student that thinks about the future. So she's fully oriented, she's result oriented, she's a problem solver, result focused. Okay, sorry, excuse me, Mr. Genesis.
Yeah, I'm
Hello?
with you.
To be frank, I don't know if I got this template right first. I don't know. That will give me more confidence.
Just continue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. So this Belinda is a 300 level student studying accounting. And she believes that the world has moved towards, just rather than just getting data and storing it, she believes that data is a useful information. So she's preparing herself for the future. She believes in excelling. Her motivation and her fear of failure pushes her to always try to excel. She sets and accomplishes new goals. And some of her goals are to gain the knowledge in analyzing data, to improve efficiency and improve performance while developing oneself. Some of the frustrations she has is she hopes to learn how to select and work with important data rather than just gathering irrelevant data, because you can get so many information, but you have to select or sift through the necessary ones. Then preferred channels, mobile phone, LinkedIn, email, Instagram. And I just talked about whether how she's an extrovert or extrovert. And that's all I did.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for that. Let me also see Izana's sponsor and give the feedback generally.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Osira.
So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we had to do two. I had to get two personalities involved. Jessica Bello and Sam Leno. And Jessica is a computer science graduate from the University of Technology of Yola. She's currently running an MBA program in the University of Abuja and also interning as a data analyst in an auditing firm. She's single, but she's looking to become a certified business analyst, and that is her interest, and that's what motivates her to join for the services they provide. She feels that she can be the best in what she wants to be, analyzing and interpreting data with effective learning and proper coaching. She's result-oriented, she's pragmatic, and she's calculative. Her motivations include business continuity, especially in the changing world of tech today. Technology also fascinates her, and the fear of economic recession. Some of the things that are motivating her to upskill and get better knowledge as far as data analysis is concerned. Her goals include to be able to make good cost-saving decisions using data. That is for the organization she may be working with in the near future. She's also looking to help increase business retention by identifying clients' challenges. Some of her frustrations include absence of formidable business mentors, which cannot be easily found in a community like that, in an environment. Inability to evaluate business needs, that is, provide proper evaluations for business needs and provide solutions to them, is also some of our frustrations. for with organizations these days. Then the constant decrease in sales growth, maybe due to economic recession or due to proper planning, also contribute to her frustrations. Her preferred channels include traditional media, email, social media, and mobile. She's more reachable on the mobile phone than traditional media. Traditional media could include normal letter writing or what have you. Then she can also be reached also quickly on social media, on her social media handles, then also via email. She's an extrovert. She's a person with an active personality. She focus more, and she's analytical in nature. So without wasting time, I go to Sam Leno. Sam Leno is an enterprising factory manager who is married to a chartered accountant, Kemi. He's a committed husband and a devoted father to 2 kids. Currently, he's looking to bolster his managerial abilities with tech-related skills, specifically with project management, to enable him gain entry in the digital space while growing his business. To him, it is essential for him to learn how to gauge business performance, identify areas of strength and opportunities, and work out modalities for improvements in his company. He's a 32-year-old manager who is based in Lagos and has an innovative character. He's a people person. In other words, he's highly social. He's analytical. He has a strong analytical spirit and is detail oriented. His motivations include the fear of economic recession too, the fear of bankruptcy, and business continuity. He's able to build his goals. He's looking to build and develop a team. He's looking to develop a team building skills, the ability to build a team that will enable them achieve a common goal. He's also looking to be analytical, strong with data and market trends involving new products and services. His frustrations include no team building skills. Lack of adequate knowledge in business management are also part of his frustrations. The absence of a mentor-mentee relationship plays a huge part of his frustrations too. His preferable channels include mobile, social media, email, and traditional media. Sam is not a techie person. That is why he's more reachable via traditional media than even social media. He's not among, will I say, he's not part of those in the digital age that are social media savvy. So he's more of a traditional media person than a mobile person. He's an extrovert, he's active, he's loyal, and he's analytical. So that's all for the 2 user personas I have.
Okay. Thank you so much. One quick question to you guys was, how did you come about this user persona? Did you do a research, or you just did this based on assumption? Did you do research? Did you interview or talk to anyone or some people, or you just made assumptions of these things? I want to know. Both of you, how did people come about this user persona? Your user personas. Did you do research, or you interviewed somebody, or you talked to somebody, or you shared survey or questionnaire, or you just made assumptions?
I made assumptions.
Okay. How about you, Izana?
Sam is a typical example of a friend of mine. Then for Kemi, for Jessica herself, it's just all about assumption.
Okay. So Why I asked that question is because I saw a lot of assumptions that people were making, right? And at this particular stage in business analysis, people don't have the commensurate business analysis understanding to make assumptions in these things, or IT understanding to make assumptions. And that is why there's a lot of discrepancies in what you guys are saying. If you go back to Sam, for instance, right? If you go back to Sam, you're talking about Sam's biography, right? And what he hopes to achieve. He said a tech-related skills. Project management is not a tech-related skills. Project management is basically a professional skills. It's not tech-related, right? 2, his motivations. Business continuity can be his motivation when he wants to learn a skill. Fear of bankruptcy can be a motivation for you if you want to learn a skill. Economic recession can be a motivation. So he basically lifted what was in the template that I gave to you guys. Because what the template I gave to you guys was business continuity, fear of bankruptcy, economic recession. That was there. So you basically lifted that up. Now his goals, ability to analyze data and market trends involving new products and services. That is not what you want to learn from project management. Project management basically teaches you how to manage project budgets, project plan, project resources, and project timelines and scope. That is what project management teaches you. Project management will not teach you how to analyze data and market trends. Project management is not going to get you focused on building, developing team building skills. That is not the core focus of project management. So the goals are off what you say the guy wants to learn. The motivations are totally off what you said the guy wants to learn. For his frustrations, lack of adequate knowledge in business management. Business management, project management, 2 different things. Absence of a mentor-mentee relationship. How is that a frustration for him? Another frustration, no building skills. Now you not talk about the preferred channel being traditional media. The most preferred channel needs to come first and not last. So to be honest, you even did a better work in your business model than in the user persona, because I felt you just lifted things and just made the assumptions in the user persona, both of you. And I'm not happy with user persona. Yes, business model, I can tell, but user persona, I'm not happy with how you approach it, because, and that is why, to be honest, that's why I rarely give people template. I just tell you what to do and I'll allow you to go and do it to try and figure it out. Then I'll give you correction and you do. Because sharing a template with you will just narrow your mind to those things and that what's on that template. You don't want to explore and ask questions on how to do it or what you should do. You just narrow your mind on what is on that template, and it's not good. It is not good at all. It won't help you to grow, or it won't help you to learn. Do you understand? I told you guys that user persona helps us to understand our user better. Helps us to understand our user better. Helps us, there's this thing they say, get up close and personal with your user by creating a hypothetical imaginary user in your head. So assuming you have a user persona for Optros, what is Optros focused on? Optros is focused on delivering digital skills, right? So that means you are preparing the user persona of someone that wants to get tech skills, that wants to get tech training, digital training, IT training. That is what user persona is about. And that is who you are preparing it for, right? For that kind of person, What will motivate that person? What will be his motivation? One, his motivation will be ability for him to earn more, because people sees IT as a way for them to earn more than what they are currently earning. Someone who has been a receptionist for over 3 years in a company might just be earning maybe 200,000 or 150,000. But someone who is a software engineer or software developer for 3 years could be earning as high as 500, 550,000 or even 600,000. Ability to earn more. Another motivation could be the fear of missing out. Oh, IT is booming. My friends are into IT and it is growing. I don't want to miss out. So that fear of missing out could be a motivation for him to take an IT training so that he can get into the IT space. These are some motivations for people to coming into the tech. Then the third motivation could be for him to be part of the trading industry, of a trending industry, which is the IT industry, or for him to have a career in IT. That could be a motivation for him. Right? Now, what are his goals? His goals basically is to have a project-based mentorship learning or a project-based learning. That is his goals. And this will be the goals that these are the goals that will help him to purchase Uptrust services, to have a project-based learning. His goals will be for him to have an experience or for him to have a mentorship program, to be part of a mentorship program that will handhold him to becoming a quality IT professional. These are part of his goals. Are you guys getting me? All these things, you can get them through research. You can get them through research. You can say, oh, you can type on Google, what are some of the motivations? What are the motivations for people going into tech? So let me open Google. Sorry. Let me share my screen. Just confirm when you can see my screen.
Yes, can see it.
So what's the motivation for a tech career today? You can see all these things online. You just do research. What motivates adult age women to make a career change? 5 things that motivate your employers than money. What motivates women in tech? What is one's motivation for looking for a new position? So let's open the first one and see what they are talking about. Yeah, financial gain, enjoyment, learning, problem solving, right? Financial gain is one of the first one, which I said, the fear of missing out. The IT industry is booming. They said data or tech is the new oil industry. It's booming. So because of the fear of not missing out, from this booming industry, they want to take the training. They want to subscribe to learn digital skills. All these things are available online. I needed you guys to just do the research. That was when I was talking about user persona. I told you people that the first thing in user persona is to gather data. To gather data, and you can gather that data through research, through interview, through assumptions. But at this stage in time, you guys are not ripe to start making assumptions. You need people to just do this work. Just do the work. Just do the work. Just I need from you guys. All these things are available online because people have done these things before. They've done them before. Just do the work. Do extensive research. It's everything I tell you guys to do. If you should do it, you are doing it to improve yourself, because when you get the job, it won't be difficult. You won't be left stranded. You'll be doing it with ease. Do the research. Like, ask people around you. I gave people this text off because I know that it will be easier for you. You have friends. Don't make assumptions. Ask them questions. Oh, my friend, I want to ask you some things related to a project I'm working on. So if you are to take a training today in IT, or okay, do you want to get into IT? Yes, I want to get into IT. Why do you want to get into IT? Why will you take a training to get into IT? You're getting to learn more about them, know more about them. What will motivate you to take a training in IT? What fears do you have that if you don't take IT training, what do you think could happen if you don't take IT training? What are your fears? What are your goals? What do you hope to achieve? You ask people, you have friends and family around us that are trying to get into tech today. You ask them questions. It could just mean putting a phone call across to them on WhatsApp or sending them a chat on WhatsApp. Ask questions. People are around us. I told people that, okay, people should do a project on e-voting. Then it will be scarce for you to get someone that might be interested in e-voting. But when it comes to digital skills, virtually everyone, even old people are interested, young people are interested. You ask questions. You can even ask on LinkedIn, your LinkedIn connection, ask them questions. Oh, I'm doing a research on LinkedIn and I'll need some help with some responses to some questions. I would like to have these following questions. If you would like to respond, kindly comment or send me a personal message. On your WhatsApp, your close friend, you have close spouse. Ask them questions. Your brothers, your sisters, your husbands, your wives, your cousins, your relatives, ask questions. You have to start getting used to talking to people as a business owner, because you have to talk to people a lot when you get the job, which is stakeholder management. Please, to be honest with you, if you guys realize, I wasn't so pissed off in your business model because people did some kind of work, but in your user persona, I'm not happy with what you guys did because people just facelifted what I gave you people and made assumptions on that. I just made assumptions on that. The internet is there for us. If you want to be, if you are doing a training for you to work in IT industry, so you have to learn to start using the internet to make researches. This week in the office, we were trying to integrate something in the office, and my line manager told me that it is not possible to integrate that thing. That we should yank it off. We should just take it off. It's not possible. It's impossible. It can't be achieved. I told him that it could be achieved. He said, no, it can't be achieved. All I did was just to go online and do that research. While we were talking, I did a research while we were talking, and I gave to him, proved to him that it could be achieved. He said, oh, he had to apologize to me and say, oh, that is sorry, that I thought it couldn't be achievable. That is the power of research. Everything is online for you guys. Every assignment I'm giving you guys, I know when you put in the work and do the work, and I know when you just make assumptions. I know because I've done it several times. So when you actually put in the effort and do the work, I know. And when you just maybe do something overnight, or maybe just spend 10 minutes and do it because you want to submit it, I know. I've been training for a long time, and I've been in the industry for a long time, so I know all of this. Sometimes I might say, let me just overlook. But just know that I know when you actually do your work, and I know when you don't do your work. So please, guys, go back and do this user persona and brush up on your business model that I gave feedback on. Please, it's very important. Understand who your customer is. First of all, your value proposition. You know what your value proposition is. You know what the customer is. Please and please and please, guys, I need you to do something. and I want to see it. I want to see it at latest by Monday. I want to see the new work that you guys have done. Latest on Monday. These guys. All right. So that is where we'll be bringing today's session to a close. I will send you a recording of the class for today because I don't want us to just continue doing training and you are not getting the actual benefits of doing the work and missing your work, knowing that if you finish the training today and you step out there, right, I'll be confident that, oh, Lucira, if she gets a job today, she can do something. Or I'll be confident that Obid, when he gets a job today, he can do something. I want that confidence, not just bombarding you with training every Saturday, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, or no. I need you guys to be able to do the work. So that is what we'll be drawing the curtain for today. I don't know if you have any question. Most importantly about your work. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I'll attend to them. And then you should please get back, use the time to brush up your work. Submit on Monday. Notify, just let me know on WhatsApp that, oh, you've resubmitted by Monday. So that by Tuesday, we can pick up the next tasks and then we look through them on Saturday next week. Is there any question? Okay. In the apps, in that I think the silence is awesome to show me that there's no question. So we'll just go ahead to end today's session.
Wait, sorry. Excuse me. I was trying to unmute. That user personnel, it's really gave me an issue.
Okay.
So okay, let's say for instance now. Okay, first of all, the mistake was okay. Maybe I should have. First of all, I didn't know we were going to submit the assignment, so it was rushed. So I apologize for that part. Then 2, so is it just any of my friends or anybody I know, or just strategic people that I should select to do like the interview for, to be able to build on the user personnel?
Oh yeah, so it's going to be your friends that you know that wants to get into tech or want to get digital training. So you can start with you putting on your WhatsApp status that you can ask your friends, oh, do you intend to take any training in IT, or do you intend to transition into IT? If they say yes, then there are potential candidates for you to interview, to talk to.
Okay.
You understand? So it's not just one person you're going to talk to. You talk to people, and then from those people, remember when I talked to you about analyzing the analyzing phase in user persona? I said the first one will be for you to gather data, then you analyze that data. I mentioned about empathy map. So once you have gathered data from different sources, maybe research, talking to people, maybe 4 or 5 people. Now, unanimously, what are the likely things you are saying? If you talk to 5 people, and out of that 5 people, 4 out of 5 are telling you things that are the same, such as fear of missing out because they want to make more money, because they want to be more relevant, then you should know that these are like the key motivations for anyone to want to transition into tech or take a digital skills. Are you getting me now? So it's called empathy map.
Yes, I am.
You are trying to look at common patterns in what they are saying, common patterns in what they are doing, common patterns in what they are feeling, common patterns in what they are thinking. Do you get the whole logic now?
Yes, I do now.
Yeah, so it involves you understanding who is the customer. A student is not Uptrust customer. That is an undergraduate student. Even a graduate student, a postgraduate student in Nigerian university is not an Uptrust customer. Our customers are basically people like fresh graduate, people that are hoping to get a job, or people that are hoping to transition into IT. Those are our customer. Those are our potential users. So give us an understanding of who that customer would be or should be with your user persona. That's all I need from you guys.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take good care of yourself and have a lovely weekend ahead of you.
Thank you, and you too.